pumped up. Oh my God. Give me just a second to pull this up on my page, please. And we'll get started. There's so much good stuff going on. Okay, cool. I just want to be able to see the comments. Hey, Jose. Okay, 11 people already. How wonderful. All right. There I am. All right. Hey, everybody. Man, are you excited? Holy smoke. So much good stuff going on. And as some of you may know, I usually do the lives on, let me move my mic in a little close. I usually do the lives on Monday and Wednesdays, but it's Saturday night, 22 people on here right now. I love it. This technology is great. Everybody give a bunch of love to Facebook. You know, there may be a couple of bad eggs in the batch, but we're all connected, and this is where the game has been won. So big hats off to everybody involved with Facebook. And yeah, we're here to kick some serious ass, and it's going down right now. So yeah, so it's my Sunday, 9:09 a.m. I'm in the future a little bit, even though there is no such thing as time. And hey, Jill. Hey, Mona. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Mary. Hey, Pat. Great to see you. Hey, Jane. We're going to do Q&A. So this broadcast, those of you that have, I don't like to use the word followed. I don't want people following me. We're all in this together. Okay. But those that have journeyed and done this stuff know that I usually go 45 minutes to an hour. This might go a little bit longer. I really am going to dive in to some really, really important. Hey, Carla, great to see you. Really important stuff. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, great. If it triggers you, hey, Louise, if it triggers you, then look at why maybe it's triggering you. You know, the whole key here, the first part of waking up is questioning and dismantling our entire belief system, because it's a prison. It's a prison. And hey, Suzanne, great to see you. Yeah. And so it's really, really key. And the ego isn't going to like that, because the ego defends and wants to believe that it's right. And it gets triggered, and the ego judges. And this is one of the biggest addictions on the planet. And I go really, really deep into it in the book and how to dismantle it. And so 33 people on here right now. I love it. At 911, you can't make this stuff up, or can you? And we're going to really go deep into that right now on this call. We're going to, let me see if I'm juggling a lot of things. I created a lot of, I created a couple overlays for this broadcast to do my best. Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm getting the hang of this stuff. I'm juggling a lot of things here. I probably put an hour or two into just creating this stuff before we go. So, hey, Michael, great to see you. So I could give the best download possible in the easiest to understand way. And I'm in no way saying that I understand this and nobody else does, and I got it all figured out. So let me just put that disclaimer out there. But really, 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 really key right now to be very aware of what we're focusing on and what we're feeding. And when I talk about feeding, I'm talking about what are we giving our attention to? 911 right now. Okay. So tune into this for a second, because this is really, really important. And I'm going to do my best to share a video with you guys that I edited down from JCK yesterday. It was like an hour and something long. And I edited this point down to 6 minutes so people could really get it. Okay. So the easiest way I can explain it is we start to wake up. We see that almost every single thing we've been taught is a lie. And then, hey, Linda, great to see you. Hey, Gina. And then, thanks for joining us. And then 33 people at 911. Loving it. Thank you for all your wonderful energy. So we begin to wake up. We begin to realize that almost every single thing we've been taught is a lie. And then we want to share that with everybody. Okay? It's part of our soul's journey. It's part of awakening. It's part of assisting our soul brothers and sisters, our mirrors. Hey, Daryl, great to see you. So we're sharing all this stuff, okay? The Illuminati's getting taken down, the Pope, the pedophiles, you know, the president is doing all this great stuff, the white hats. Okay, great. But now we're at this, I don't want to use the word critical because that sounds like intense, but we're at this really, really important juncture right now where it's super, super, super key to only focus on and only share that which you desire to see more of. Okay? This is super, super, super key to get. Okay? So yes, we want to share that, okay, you know, all these people are being taken down and all these people, but the controllers that are losing their power, that are leaving, they can no longer feed off of things like the children. This stuff's being dismantled. Hey, Jolene. And so we only want to share, focus on, think, and speak of that which we desire to see more of. This is really, really key. It's been the whole game all along, but we've been distracted with trying to undo all the programming and all the television and all the, you know, the lies in science and the lies in the medical industry and the school system, which brainwashed us into what to think instead of teaching us how to think. Okay, so the point is we're creating our reality in every moment, and things are speeding up now, big time, big time. So if you look around and you're like, I don't like what I'm seeing. And granted, you may be in a country right now where they're still trying to have you wear masks. You may be in a country right now where they're trying to push the vaxes, okay? Whatever you have to do until this is completely dismantled, which is coming very soon, do it with a high vibration. Do it with the vibration of the conscious observer. Yes, I go around and I see people still wearing masks and, you know, it's incredible. And that's really probably my only little judgmental trigger that I have. It's like, are you kidding? You can't see this? But that's a trigger, okay? That lowers my vibration. So as soon as I feel that frequency, I come back immediately and I go, God bless these wonderful people for being my teachers. God bless these wonderful mirrors. I love them. I love them. They don't know any better. They're in a country where the television is broadcasting 27 fear all the time and they haven't figured it out yet. Yeah. Okay. So we're not going to worry about other people right now. Okay? How are the brainwashed ever to be reversed? By you seeing it. By you, instead of focusing on how are So many people are brainwashed. See, change that around. You reverse it. You go, I can't believe how many people are awakened. I can't believe how many people are awakened. Oh my God, I'm here at the greatest time. And all I focus on is how incredible everything is. I start with loving every cell in my body. I start with every thought. I keep my vibration excited. And the ego might go, well, I'm not excited right now. I'm pissed off. I'm locked down. I'm in a shitty job, or I lost my job, or I understand. But understand what's going on here. This is the greatest shift in recorded history, if not ever. And the only invitation is, what are you focusing on right now? What are you giving your energy to? Because we are magnets. If you don't get anything else, get that. We are magnets. And we're not magnets that are just on once in a while. We are magnets that are on 24/7, even though there's no such thing as time, but you are an eternal vibrating magnet. And every single thought and every single word, whether you are consciously aware of them or not, whether we are consciously aware of them or not, is magnetizing and creating. Think of all those little dots, they're timelines. What you desire: money, people, relationship, health, whatever. They're already here. They're not in the future. So it's time to eliminate words like I'm trying, I wish, I hope, I want to. Those are weak ass 3D programs. I am. It's here now. And I'm smiling about it because I know it. And the ego might go, well, it's not here right now. You're just listening to Jeff. That's okay. All right. That's the trick of this 3D matrix overlay. We think out there is what's going on. And this is tricky here. It's only mirroring back the frequencies that we are holding and that the collective is holding. The only invitation in every single moment is to go, am what I'm feeling, thinking, and talking about, do I want more of that? If you have to write that down right now to completely change every single thing in your life, your relationships, your health, your relationship with your cells, your relationship with money and abundance, write it down. I'll stop and pause. Am what I'm thinking, feeling, and speaking right now, and also what I'm posting on Facebook or Twitter or MeWe or whatever, do I want more of that? If you get nothing else out of this entire transmission, get that. It'll completely change every single thing in your life, your relationships, and you will begin to see it and you'll go, oh, wow. And the way to do this, okay, I'm going to do some mirroring. I find it really challenging. Okay, well, the universe goes, okay, let's make it really challenging. Let's make it really challenging. I love you. And I love how you show up authentically, Fiona, and you share honestly, because this is so great. Because I'm not bagging on you. I love it when people ask these questions because this opens it up for everybody. So let's check out that statement. I find it really challenging. Okay. My ego constantly distracts me. Okay, I get it. I totally get it. I've been practicing this stuff for over 30 years. I paid over $100,000 for books and teachers and everything else. And that's why I put this together. And I wrote it for Jeff because the other things I did, they gave me little pieces, but they didn't tell me how to go in and delete the underlying subconscious programs. They didn't teach me how to track the frequency of every single thought and every single word. The subconscious, the underlying ones. They didn't teach me how to go in and heal. The first part of waking up is healing, because if we don't heal, we're going to just keep magnetizing like relationships and like situations into our vibrational hologram, which is our life. So, this is cool. I catch myself all the time. It's the only thing to do. And be gentle with yourself. And when we catch ourselves with a judgment, which is the biggest addiction on the planet, by far. I wrote a whole chapter on judgment because I was a judgeaholic. I was taught to be in Catholic school. It was all judgment all the time. Totally. Sister Mary Teresa was one angry, angry nun. God bless her. She figured out that she gave up her whole life for a lie. And she was pissed. And I don't blame her. And that was part of my soul contract. So thank you, Sister Mary Teresa. But getting back to judgment, which is the biggest addiction on the planet, we catch them, we stop and take a breath. Because if we don't stop, we're not really dismantling it. It'll just come back again because it's built in to the soul's contract. Whatever we don't learn and clear will come back again because we're still holding that frequency within. So what will happen? It will mirror and attract more of that until we get that lesson. I love you. Thank you for having the vulnerability and the authenticity to post your questions. It's helping everybody. There's a lot of people that got a lot out of you being willing to share. And this is why I invite people to ask your questions. Okay? Because there's a lot of people that watch these replays, and there's a lot of people sitting back that they might be just waking up and they don't want to ask the question. When I used to go to the 3-day dreaming weekends in San Diego, this was with one of my mentors, Don Miguel Ruiz, and it was a small group. And I had to commit to 1 year of those 3-day weekends. And back then, I was living in my recording studio. I wasn't manifesting hardly anything. I grew up around lack, around money. My whole family we learned lack, when my dad died. And so I was not manifesting money. It wasn't until a couple of years ago that I went in and I healed that and I cleared that. And so it's really, really key to keep finding evidence of abundance in our dream. Look around right now. Look around, man. What do you have? I'm talking on a plastic box going through thin air. I'm not even plugged into the wall. There's 44 people from around the world right now that are all connected through thin air. My body is loving on me right now. Everybody's body right now, tune into this with a smile. There are trillions of cells in your body right now that are doing nothing but unconditionally loving you without you having to do anything. That is unconditional love. So that's abundance. There's abundance with every breath. There's abundance with the food that you have. Look, you're either going to start affirming abundance in your dream, or you're going to be affirming what you're lacking, and the universe is going to mirror back everything you're lacking. Super, super, super key. Okay? Be very aware of what you are feeding on. Be very aware of what you are speaking and thinking. And if you're angry or you're wounded or there's people that you still have not forgiven, then that's the first step. That's the first step of waking up, is healing. Because you can learn all the information. I went to webinars for almost 30 years. I paid a lot of money. And I went to 3-day events and I would be all pumped up. And then 3, 4, 5 days later, it all wore off because they didn't teach me how to go in and do the inner healing. All they did was pump me up with a bunch of information that was up here that was like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great. I'm really excited. But we've got to go in and clear the stuff. And doing the inner healing is so freaking easy. It's so easy, people. It's not hard. I go through this with people almost every day of the week. It's not difficult to do. It's not the dark night of the soul. The dark controllers made that name up so nobody would want to go there. 44 people on here. Love it. I intend this is resonating. Okay, so do you have anybody to forgive? Is there anything left to heal? If there is, let's do it. Don't push it away. You can't fake the frequency. So you can't be all, Susie Butterfly, I'm all love and light with my crystals and my tarot deck and all this stuff. That's great, but you can't fake the frequency. It's a magnet. So the only thing to do is go in and heal this stuff. Clear it. Forgive everyone. Forgive yourself. If you got to cry some tears, cry some tears. I shed tears on calls with people every day of the week. It's healing. And the first thing they do is they try and wipe them away and they apologize. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? What are you apologizing for? You're healing yourself right now. Why are we taught that crying is to apologize for crying? Because when we were young, our parents went, I'll give you something to cry about. It's a program. Got to be able to see it, to delete it. So, yeah. So Michael is currently journeying with me right now. He's a great guy to connect with. He's a Reiki master. And yes, it actually gets fun very quickly when we're willing to look at our stuff. And I'm telling you, this will take you through a step-by-step process that will dismantle your stuff and get you to see the program faster than anything else I've ever done. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I never planned on writing a book. But if you want to save 30 years and invest, in an energy exchange, probably what it costs you for one lunch, go to the website and grab it and go through it. It's half price right now, instant download. I'm telling you, I don't know of any other process that will completely assist you in the first part, which is inner healing, complete inner healing, not just a little, complete. And this is you doing it. Nobody's going to heal you unless maybe Jesus shows up and you guys are hanging out, But that hasn't happened to me. So nobody's going to heal you, but you can do it. You're here. You're it. You're everything. You have the power. So every thought, every word is magnetizing more of that. So so check this out down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see my mouse. You probably can't. Okay. So you either see your desire as here and right now, or you don't. Do you get that? Do you understand that? In other words, in 3D, things are slowed down. So there may be a time frame like, okay, I'm attracting clients, I'm attracting my soulmate, whatever. But that's the trick of the hologram. If you do not, the key to manifestation that they didn't teach in The Secret is you must see it as here right now. You must feel it. You must be freaking excited about it. It's here now. It's not in the future. If you use any words like wish, hope, I'm trying, I want, I'm working on, no. It's not here. And the universe is going to mirror that not being here back to us. Why? Because we're not frequency aligned. That's when Everybody I journey with, I have them create their day first thing every single morning. Every single morning, as soon as they awaken and their head's still on the pillow. The most important thing you'll ever do, one of them. Why? Because the average person has 60 to 80,000 thoughts running on repeat all day long underneath the surface. And as soon as we awaken, we've got what we can call a 0 point moment. Now, you might wake up like I do sometimes, and I might have had a tumultuous sleep or something, and I've got these frequencies running that aren't really positive. So what do? I go in and I breathe, and I love on every cell, and I clean my frequency. It only takes me a minute or two, and I get excited and I smile. Because I know when I do this that I'm magnetizing in more of what I do desire, because I do it every day and I do it throughout the day. And I set alarms on my phone, and I have everybody that I journey with set alarms on their phone to go off every hour at 9, 11, 10, 12, 11, 11, 10, 22, 11:33, whatever. Play with it. Have fun. It's 9:33 right now in Thailand. You can't make this up. Why is it that stuff keeps showing up like that? Because I intend it to, because we're playing in the dream. We're creating our reality here. Okay? So, first thing, you awaken out of what we call the sleeping dream. Your head's still on the pillow. If you wake up and you do not consciously create your day every morning, what do you think is going to happen? Well, you're just going to recycle mostly the same 3D stuff that has been going on all the time. Which is okay if you love it, but why not get excited like a little child every single morning and go, all right, what am I going to manifest today? And then see it is here now. You'll know if you're in alignment with abundance, with relationships, with clients, with health, because when you close your eyes and you feel it is here now. 100%, not in the future. And if you don't feel it here now as 100%, then you know there's your clue that you're not 100% aligned. It's not anything to get upset about. It's your gauge. It's your automatic gauge. It's built in. It's so great, this system, when we figure it out. I love it. 3:33 in New Zealand. Okay? So, are you guys getting this? And I'm not saying it like nobody else gets it, and I'm the only one that gets it, and I'm giving you this big download. I'm talking to Jeff right now, because Jeff is excited. Jeff is pumped up. There is so much being revealed right now. I have spent over 40 years of my life going down the rabbit hole. And in second grade, I knew that the Catholic school was a lie. I knew it. I didn't know anything about conscious awareness. I was just a scared little boy being judged to death almost in school every day by these angry, pissed off people. And I was like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And then I was an altar boy in church till 9th grade. That was part of my soul contract. So I could see the program, the deception. Okay? I'm going to do this real quick. Can I talk about the violet flame? Okay? First of all, I know nothing. I know nothing. The only thing I follow is my frequency. I choose the highest one, which is love. Excitement's my favorite, because that, to me, that's the highest frequency. If you're excited, that includes love, that includes kindness, that includes excitement, that includes generosity, that includes abundance, excitement. Okay, so purple's my favorite color. It always has been. I don't know why. I've had people tell me that I'm connected to Saint Germain. We're all connected. I can't prove any of that. I've called out to Saint Germain 1,000,001 times, and he's never come down, appeared. He's never sent me a message that I know of. I bought his books. I've read them, whatever. Okay. So cool. Maybe he's sitting on my shoulder right now. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's smiling and chuckling. Maybe he's laughing. Silly boy, I'm here all the time. Whatever. I don't know. So I don't know. I know nothing. But what I do feel is I love that frequency of purple. That's why my Waking Up in the Dream logo is purple. That's why I do a lot of purple. That's why I have purple guitars. That's why I've got a purple crystal from Machu Picchu. So to me, the violet flame is one of the highest frequencies. To other people, red might be the highest frequency. I don't know. All I know is, let me rephrase that. Instead of saying all I know, because that feels like an ego thing, what I feel is 44 people on here. I love it. What I feel is I love purple. Purple makes me feel good, but I love all colors. When I go outside my little room here, into the garden here at the retreat center, there are white orchids, purple ones, yellow ones, orange ones, green ones. I mean, I love how they all reflect and magnify each other. So I find beauty in everything now, and I just get more playful every single day. I'm riding around on my scooter and I am actually talking to the plants and the dragonflies and the butterflies and the wild jungle dogs on the street. And many of you have seen my wild jungle dog episodes. I'll be doing another one later today too. But so this is really key. Okay. So let's go back to this. All right. So if we want to exit what I would call 3D repeating timelines, what do? We stop focusing on speaking and sharing anything that we don't want to see more of. So this is going to be the challenging one, because there's a lot of people out there right now. They're sending me a million messages in my inbox of pretty much everything I've seen. I mean, I don't say this with an attitude, but I've been going down the rabbit hole for over 30 years, maybe longer. And I spend a huge amount of my time, probably hundreds of hours a week, researching. And I'm connected with some incredible people around the world that, before the president of the US even got in, that information about the white hats and what was going on in JFK and all that. Couldn't prove it, but it was happening. So the point is, a lot of these people are waking up now and they're very excited to share all this stuff because they want everybody to know. And I get it. That's a natural reaction. But here's the key. Moving forward, only share how incredible the new 5D and beyond is, how incredible the abundance is, how incredible your health is, how incredible it is that everybody's uniting. No more focusing on these bad pedophiles and I've got to adhere to this as well. I'm talking to Jeff right now, okay? Anybody else that benefits, great. But this is really, really key. And so I'm going to try and share this right now, because this is really, 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 really key. Okay. This is 6 minutes. And I edited this down, but this is really, 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 really key. So let me do this real quick.
And so,
whoops.
I want you to understand.
Okay, hang on. Bear with me, because I got to set up my mic real quick so you can hear this. There she is. I'm juggling all this cool stuff, all this wonderful technology. I mean, how cool is this? Look at this. I'm running like a freaking little broadcast studio here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to move my microphone so you guys can hear this. Okay. All right. So really tune into this. This is really, really key. And you can come back and watch the replay of this. if you need to hear it again, because I've watched this already a few times because it's really, really key. Okay? So here we go.
And so I want you to understand that when we're told the good guys are in control and they have it all, they have it all. They have it all. They have control of this matrix now. And they're waiting for the bad guys to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And in the meantime, we, the people, need to wake up and take charge of ourselves. Stop asking for help all the time. Be sovereign and start to make your own decisions based on your own intuition, your own integrity, what is right, going within and feeling from your heart. That's what you have to do. Help the rest of your fellow people out by quitting the fear and the fear-mongering and the questions. But this doesn't make sense. I'm telling you, what's happening lately in the truther community is the videos I'm seeing are just as bad as mainstream media. Now, you might be saying, yeah, but they're telling us the truth. But it's just as bad as watching the news. Do you not understand that when you delve into this dark stuff and you're consumed by it, you're in lockdown and you're watching video after video after video of a particular food source for these entities, or you're talking about trafficking, child trafficking, or you're talking about how this particular election is going and how, or the little minutiae of who's playing what role and who double-crossed who and all of that. Do you not understand that you're contributing to the loosh that these beasts are feeding from? Do you not understand that you are contributing and consuming yourself in darkness just as you would if you were watching the mainstream news and listening to all the COVID numbers?
Super key here.
You're part of it. You're creating it. Where you put your focus creates your reality. You have to finally get that point. It is so imperative for you to understand that. Your entire existence depends on that. Don't expect a medbed to appear and fix your problems. Create the solution that you want with your actions, with where you put your focus. You have to stop expecting a savior to come and help you out of the blue. You're very lucky that this alliance is there and this off-world help is there. Now, they're not our saviors per se. This was coming anyway. These bad guys knew it. They only had a limited time here. They were going to get caught out. But we're maintaining their stay here by feeding them continually. So until you get it through your head that you need to stop this fear-mongering and question asking of, but so-and-so said this, and who said this, and who's right, and who's wrong, and this information says this, and Trump is, he's compromised, and he belongs to some cult, and bullshit crap. Okay, when you do that, you are extending the lockdown. You are extending the food for these beasts. Try to understand that, get your head around that, and your entire world will be improved. There's going to be a part 2 to this, and this next part is about JFK Jr.
This just totally gives me goosebumps. I mean, that's really the download right there. I hope you guys can hear me. My cord came out for a second. Let me check my mic. Check 1, 2, check. Okay, I'm still here. Okay, so I could watch that over and over and over and over because it's so key. And this is the only game in town moving forward. It's really, really key to understand that. I need to move my mic here. That moving forward, we only speak and think and give energy to that which we desire to have more of. We don't need to expose any more of the darkness. And this is really key, especially for me, because I did a post last night where, there's a lot of coaches and mentors out there and stuff. I don't see very many of them sharing stuff, exposing pedophilia, exposing the deeper, darker stuff. I'm not saying how great I am because I do that. I have to do that. I can't not do that. You can't be a loving lighter. And I've had a couple people send me private messages that, Jeff, I really love following you, but when you talked about the pedophiles, I just have to unfriend you. I'm like, okay, cool. No worries. You're not ready to look at what's enslaved you for thousands and thousands of years. That's okay. You don't feel safe. I'm not judging you. But I did a post where I was like, okay, this stuff is being exposed and I'm going to share it, even if it doesn't make me look like the greatest coach or mentor or whatever. I don't care about that. The people that reach out to go on these journeys with me one-on-one, they're freaking ready. They're like, I want to heal and I want to undo these programs and I want to dismantle the belief system and I want to start manifesting and fully step into my soul purpose. You can't, if you want to hire a coach just to think, well, I just want to make more money. Why do you want to make more money? What's the program underneath that? When you step into your soul's purpose and you get excited, money just comes. Wanting to make more money, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's still a 3D program, because once you step in to your soul's purpose and you're excited and you're doing what you love, all the abundance, all the people, all the relationships, everybody, they just show up. Then you're giving away money, you're tipping extra money. It's no longer an issue. I can speak about this because I was freaking broke most of my life up until 2 years ago. And none of the courses that I paid for that were supposedly around abundance worked. EFT tapping, money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I paid for all that stuff. Didn't work. Why? Because they didn't teach me how to go in and undo the underlying subconscious belief. This does. And so this is super, super, super key moving forward. And this is going to be challenging. Well, let me rephrase that. See, you catch that. Notice how I said this is going to be challenging. Why do I want it to be challenging? It's like when beautiful Fiona said, it's so challenging to not have these thoughts. Okay, I just did it. Okay, this is great. I just did it, but I caught it immediately. Why? Because I've trained myself to feel into the frequency of every single thought, every single word, and the vibration that I'm vibrating at. And when you go through the process, and again, here we go. This teaches you how to do it like nothing else I've ever seen. You will begin to track every single one of your thoughts. Judgments, everything's in reverse for me. I'm dyslexic. You will have a sheet that you will fill out every day. You will track every judgment that you catch. You will track every less than thought. The only way to catching is key. Exactly. But that's just step one. we've got to dismantle it. Because if we don't dismantle it, it'll come back again. So that's why this process is so frickin' freeing, because it teaches you exactly how to do it. And here's the key. We cannot dismantle a program unless we can see it. Unless we can see it. Yeah. I'm not sure what that comment means. Does this have a price tag? Yeah, the price is your awareness and your commitment to dismantling your belief system and understanding that you are creating your reality. And anytime you think that you can't afford something, that's the 3D program. That's really key to get. Because if you're supposed to have something and you're excited about it, then you're going to have it. It doesn't matter what it is. And a lot of times the things that we think we really desire, like, I want the big house on a hill. I've had big houses. I didn't own them, but I rented them. They come with a lot of weight. Now I'm traveling around. I've got a suitcase and a couple guitars, and I feel more free than I've ever felt. And, you know, that's for everybody to decide. But the point I'm making is, if you desire something and then you feel like you can't afford it, you're running the 3D lie. Because you're creating everything. We're creating everything. And the people that have the most amount of money are the people, from my experience, that are worried about losing it. The key is to get in the flow and just go, am I on purpose? Am I doing what I love every day? And am I excited? If you're doing what you love, you're excited, and you're sharing it with other people who are just nothing more than your own mirror, then everything's going to flow to you. I don't know how to say it any easier. And if you want to really dive into that and you're ready to step in to really, really dismantling any limiting beliefs, healing, follow that link below that's scrolling down there. If you want to. I only journey with a handful of people every month, because when they put their trust in me, we're in contact almost every single day. And I mirror them. I pull them forward. I will not let you run the program that's less than. I will not let you hold on to a wound. So this is for people that are ready to do the deep stuff. And it's fun. It's not like, oh shit, I'm going to have to. No, we make it fun. If it's not fun, what's the point? This whole thing about awakening being dark, the dark night of the soul, all this, that's so you wouldn't go there. That's so it's the last place you'd go. They knew what they were doing when they set up the program and they hijacked our DNA. You got to be able to see it. If you're not getting excited every day, then ask yourself why. And if you're working a job that you don't like, then ask yourself, maybe it's time to change. And when the ego goes, yeah, but I can't because I've got 2 kids and I got a house payment, that's bullshit, 100%. I journey with people that quit their job 2 weeks later after diving into this stuff, and they go, oh my God, it was the best thing I ever did. Stepping out of this, giving up the best 65 years of my life so I can become what? Retired? That's spelling. It's a spell. To mean recycle. Tired. You know what that means. You just gave up 65 years so you could get a little monthly pension that's not even guaranteed. Come on, people. That's so 3D. It's like mind-boggling. Okay? So if you're not doing what you love, now is the time, 2021, to really, really, really look at that. And I'm here to support anybody that is ready to do that. And also, it's not all about me selling you something. If you think I'm selling you, you're missing the whole point. I'm offering something that's priceless that took me over 40 years to figure out. And also, anybody that knows me knows I share all my stuff on these lives. I don't hold back. I don't go, well, if you really want the good stuff, you got to come. No, my YouTube channel, Portal to Awakening, it's all free. Every one of these freaking things is free. Yeah. The book costs money. To journey with me one-on-one, there's an investment. But it'll bust your programs to where you'll be like, oh my God, that was priceless. I can't believe it was only that much. That completely changed the way I see and create everything in my reality. Holy crap. So let me see if there's any questions, because do you guys have any questions? Oh, I love this. I quit my job. Way to go. I love it. And thank you for sharing. Okay, does anybody have any questions? Because we've covered a lot of cool stuff here. What I think is cool, to me, the most life-changing stuff ever. And yeah, super key. I mean, so are we getting this? Be very aware of what we're feeding moving forward. I would even write that down, because you know what? When I used to go hear Don Miguel Ruiz speak for the 3-day weekends, we would lock into a building and we would just go deep for 2.5 days. And we wouldn't leave the building except to go out to eat. And we had a couch at one of these, what we called the Dreaming Center. And if you had a question, you'd get up on the couch. So I was always scared to death to get up on the couch, because everybody'd be looking at me and I'm up there like naked. I might as well have been naked completely. Just going, look, I don't know anything. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of that. And it can be scary, you know? So here's an opportunity in a non-judgmental space. How wonderful. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad that you're here. You just opened up my whole heart. Mona, look at that smile she's got. How beautiful. So, super, super key. To write this down, I think, because I used to hear Miguel say things over and over and over. In my mind went, that's really good. That's really good. But I was still running some programs underneath. So what he was saying sounded good. It was just like all this top spiritual books I bought, all the top ones, you know them, you've read them, or many of them. And I was like, well, that sounds really good. And I'd get to the end of the book and then I'd go buy the next book and the next book and the next book, but things weren't changing. I'd just go buy the next book. Why? Because I wasn't dismantling the underlying subconscious programs. It's super key. So let's recap, okay? Moving forward, set up a system. If you don't have the book, or you're not in a position to get the book, or you don't want to get the book for some reason, I don't know why. Set up a system to track your thoughts and your frequencies and your triggers and your judgments. Dismantle the judge. It's the biggest addiction on the planet. And until we see how the ego justifies it, it'll go, yeah, they're wrong. And yeah, what are you doing? You're magnetizing more of that into your field. This totally ties into the whole topic. Don't share any more dark stuff on your posts. Let's see if we can, let's all do it. Okay. Hold me accountable too. Okay. We only share what we're excited about. Now, I guess you could say, well, can I share that, Trump just took down, Nancy Pelosi just got, put through the guillotine or whatever? I guess. But be very aware. The whole point is be very aware of what you're magnetizing, because things are speeding up. You've got to track your thoughts. You've got to. You can no longer run on automatic pilot because the 3D programming is so deep. This is our only invitation right now. This is why I do what I do. This is why I get on here and get excited. Yeah, only excitement. It's the highest frickin' frequency. It's a magnet for more goodness. I'm in. Look at all these wonderful people that are in, man. I love it. I love you guys. I can tell this is resonating. Track your thoughts, dismantle the program. Yes, you have to do it. If you don't do this, the ego will convince you that you're right. Because here, let me go into this right now. This is really, really key. 44 people. And thank you, by the way, for everybody that stays on here, everybody that's bringing their energy right now. If we could see on a meter right now the energy and frequency of everybody that's connected on this call right now around the globe, it would be up there. I can tell you that it's vibrating. I mean, everything's vibrating, obviously, but there's a lot of juice on this call. And a lot of people are going to watch this on the replay too. So this is a good question. Can we message info to like-minded friends? Yeah, you can do anything you want. But remember, what are you focusing on and what are you magnetizing more of? So it's going to be, it's going to be a little bit of a dance. It's going to be a balance. 1 foot in 3D, kind of exposing stuff, and 1 foot in 5D. But now we want to start pulling that foot out of the 3D pond. We don't really need to expose this stuff anymore. It's being exposed. The television stations are going to be taken down any minute. Any minute. The emergency, I don't like that name, emergency. Let's call it the sophisticated, consciously aware broadcast system is going to pop on. From what I have heard through sources, there's going to be 8 hours of confessions, and they're just going to be run over and over and over, and they're going to wake people up to all the stuff they didn't want to look at and all the stuff they've denied, because until people see it, they'll never believe it. So there's going to be a little bit of shock, and we're going to hold our frequency for everything. Okay, so let's look at this. Stephanie, thank you for posting this. I've been guilty. Okay, everybody send Stephanie a bunch of love right now. You're not guilty. You've been exposing this shit. So have I. But we're not guilty. We're just going to stop doing it now to the best of our ability. Just because we are magnets in every moment. Okay? So super, super key. Yeah. We got a good vibration going on right now on this call. There's a ton of amazing people on here. Not that I'm deciding who's amazing. We're all amazing, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of juice on this call, and this is radiating out to the universe. And before we end this call, we're going to blast out our frequency to everybody on the planet. So what I want to do before we go, does anybody have a question about anything I've covered? Do you understand what the main focus is here? Creating our reality. Only focus on that which we desire to create more of. And I really, really invite everybody to begin tracking your judgments. This is the trickiest one that the ego will try and defend every single time until you see the program. That's why I wrote a whole chapter on judgment. It's chapter 5. Why? Because Jeff was a judgeaholic. I was taught to be a judgeaholic in Catholic school. I was judging everything because I thought that's how we fixed it. I thought that's how we exposed it. And in a way, it is. But we're also magnetizing more of what we judge. It's like if you only focus on, hey, Rosie, great to see you. It's like if we only focus on red cars on the freeway, we're going to see a bunch more red cars. It's why I love to play with numbers, 1023, 1111, 1212, 144. It's when I have the people that I journey with set alarms on their phone, and I invite everybody to do this right now. Because if you don't do it right now, 44 people on here, I love it. If you don't do it right now, you probably won't do it. You pick up your phone and set 15 alarms to go off every hour. Put them on vibrate if you're working a job or whatever, and you may not catch all of them. But what's the alarm going to do? It's going to go off, and on most phones, you can put a little message in there. You could put something on there like, where is my frequency right now? What am I focusing on right now? And every time that alarm goes off, it's like you tapping on your shoulder. It's like your higher self going, hey, psst, what are you focusing on right now? Which really means, in reality, what are you magnetizing into your hologram right now? And are you excited? And if you're not excited, then why aren't you excited? Are you running a 3D program? Hey, honey, great to see you. Hey, Michael, thank you guys for sending out some love. And let's connect soon. We've been intending to connect, even though I know we're connected right now. But let's connect in the next few days or whatever. I want to catch up with you guys. Great people to tune into there too. Honey Borden, Michael Abramson. Reach out and friend them on Facebook if you haven't already. Really downloading some great high vibrational stuff. So thank you guys. Okay, so super, super key. Setting these alarms. 15 of them. Okay, so check it out. You might not catch all 15. But what if you caught 5 a day? Jane's on it. What if you caught 5 a day? That's 150 times a month that you're now checking in and going, where's my frequency? Reset, 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 reset. Do you have any idea of how powerfully positive that's going to shift the way you create your reality? I'm telling you. I'm telling you, the stuff works. It's like if we're running 50 to 80,000 thoughts a day, and supposedly, according to like Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton and Greg Braden, and those guys are great, 80% of those 50 to 80,000 thoughts are negative. So what do you think you're magnetizing into your holographic reality? It's like Santa Claus dragging 3D in to a completely 0-point field. So this is why I talk about when you awaken in the morning, the first thing we do, if you want to truly be creating the reality that you do desire more of, you will create and magnetize your reality while your head's still on the pillow before all those thoughts start running. I do it every single morning. Everybody that I journey with, I have them do it. And I invite everybody to do it. Because if you're not doing it, guess who's running the show? Those same 50 to 80,000 thoughts. My friend Philip says Saint Germain's present. So awesome. Happy to have him in the house at 10:10. Actually 10:11 right now. I love it. You can't make this up. Or can you? And if you're loving it, then make up more of this. Yeah. Just set 5 alarms. Yep. And if you really want to be bold, set 15. But 5's great. Way to take action. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing so other people can go, okay, I'll get on board with that. Because what the ego does, like Larry, I named my ego. If you want to start noticing the programs, name your ego, so you can begin to see him or her. Okay? Because what the ego likes to do is it goes, that's a really good idea. I'll do that later. And then you don't do it. Why? Because there's 50 to 80,000 other thoughts and distractions and Facebook and social media and your kids and everything else happening. If you want to really begin to manifest more of what you desire into your reality, then take control. This is a priceless tool for setting alarms. Super, super cool. Super, super key. So does anybody have any questions about anything we covered? Creating your reality, healing. Thank you, Rosie. So great to see you. Another great person, I'm sure probably a lot of you know, but follow Rosie. She's putting out a lot of great information as well. And so any questions on anything around healing, inner healing, clearing, forgiveness, super key. You can't bypass this part of it. You can't. And it's so easy to do, but you can't bypass it. And if you want the step-by-step, again, I'll plug the book. I'm not big on plugging the book, but I'm going to be big on it right now. Okay? $22. It's half price right now. It'll change your life if you follow this process. There's no filler. It's not super thick. I love it. I'm dyslexic because everything's in reverse on my screen. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's the only game in town. And if you already know it, awesome. There's the link. It's at Portal to Awakening. And if you just remember that, Portal to Awakening, you'll see the choice. The book, there's a digital course as well where you get my PowerPoint trainings, which will walk you through seeing the program. It's completely life-changing. It is. And this will be taught in schools very soon. I'm converting Waking Up in the Dream. It's going to be a book for children because when we are taught to catch a trigger, when we're 2 or 3 or 4 years young, and we can process that, it's changing the whole game. And the children that are coming in right now are switched on. And you're switched on too. So don't just think it's the children. Everything is speeding up. That's why it's so key to understand this. Be very, very aware of what you are feeding on, what you are sharing, what you are speaking about. And if you feel the frequency of a judgment or a fear, then go into it. Stop immediately and go, okay, here's something that's inviting me to go in and clear it. Do it. And read that bottom one. You either see your desire as here and now, or you don't. This is so key. This is why it's so powerful to create your day first thing in the morning and every single time one of these alarms goes off, because it gives you an opportunity to go, hey, where are you right now? You get to recreate your day right now. How freaking cool is that? Throughout the day, we're cruising. Maybe we're doing things we don't like. Maybe we're out in nature, so we may not be consciously aware, which is not either good nor bad. It's just, what is it? But when that alarm goes off, or when you have the conscious awareness to catch a trigger or to catch a low frequency thought, you get to come back in that moment and go, hey, I get to recreate my reality right now. How cool is that? So what am I going to magnetize right now? Okay, I'm excited. That's the first thing. I'm like a little kid. Little kids don't judge. They don't have a belief system. They just go, I'm flying on a rocket to the moon right now. There is no. Okay, this is really key. When you're manifesting, there is no in the equation. It's either here or it's not. It's that simple. If you get that, it could very well change everything in your manifestation process. You either feel it is here now. You don't talk about, I'm going to, I'm trying, I wish. Those are weak 3D words. Those are called spells. Those tell your subconscious, hey, it's not here yet. Don't manifest it because it's not here yet. The subconscious only knows how to take direct orders. Really key to get that. Let me see, we got 6 comments. I'm intending that we have a really good question. Yeah, name your ego. Super, super key. Because if you don't name your ego, there's a really good chance that you're not going to see it. And it'll be happy to run the show for you. Yeah. I named Larry, and Larry was fear-based. He was the judge. He was low frequency. He held shame. He held guilt. He held anger. But now Larry's my best friend, and we rock this dream together. Once in a while, he'll pop up with a low frequency thing, and it's not really necessarily Larry. It could just be the collective consciousness. But the key is I feel it, I drop in, I smile, and I go, okay, what is this trying to show me about frequencies I'm holding? Because anything we judge, it's never about out there. It's always about us. Now, this is tricky because you could go, well, what about the pedophiles or what about the bad? Well, then bless them for mirroring us. But just come back to, what frequency am I holding right now? What am I holding? What am I holding? Because if you're still holding the judgment, you're magnetizing more of what you just judged. Super, super key to get this. Super key to get this. Okay. Here's a question from Stephanie. If you feel like you have a purpose to live out, how do we go about finding what specifically are meant to do to help? Great question. Okay. So what excites you? It's 1:11 right now. We've been on the call 1:11. We've got 77 comments. Thank you to everybody that's hung on here, because this is valuable stuff. I don't know anything that's more valuable than what we're doing right here, other than just being out there doing it. And we can do that when we get off the call. Okay. So what excites you? And you may already be doing it. You may be a parent. But if you're not excited, then you're probably running a program. And that doesn't mean judge yourself if you're not excited every moment of the day. Don't judge yourself. Just observe. That's the key. I talk about in the book, we're either automatic reactors running the 3D program of judgment and reaction, or we're conscious observers. And sorry, okay. All right. So the key is to become the conscious observer. And notice if you are an automatic reactor, because that trigger is the key for you to get out of hell or to dismantle that 3D program, the reactionary program of judgment or shame or guilt or less than or anger, because it's just going to come back again if you don't dismantle it. That's the cool thing that's built into the soul's journey. It'll keep mirroring it back to you over and over and over, whether you get it in 1 day, 1 week, or 100 lifetimes, because time doesn't exist. So it'll just keep bringing it back to you. It'll be gentle and patient. So yeah. All right. Let me see. I've been putting off a review of child support application, which I want to put in because of current injustice. I find it stressful. How can I best approach this so I can do it and have it stop being in my reality? Putting off a review of child support. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is a great question, because if I understand you correctly, Michelle, maybe you haven't been receiving child support and you need to file. Well, if you choose to file, then file with love and let go of the anger towards the ex or whatever. Bless them. You guys had a soul contract. This is really, really key to get. And this is all part of the first part of waking up, which is healing. We must heal and we must forgive everybody. And when you can get to the point where you thank your ex, now you know you've cleared your stuff. Okay? Because nobody is in your life unless you had a soul contract with them. That's the way it works. Everybody is our mirror. Everybody is our mirror. So if you find it stressful, then either let it go or move through it and go, how can I make it fun? How can I make it a game? Can I be happy while I'm doing it? Can I be sending him love while I'm doing it? Because if you're not sending him love and you're like, oh, this fucker, guess what? you're magnetizing and giving him energy to be more of what you don't like. So how about sending him love? Oh, thank you for this contract that we entered into. Thank you for mirroring me. Thank you for being one of my greatest teachers. 44 people on here right now at 10:22. All right? On Michelle's question. Thank you for being one of my greatest teachers. That's being awake and aware. That's self-mastery. So I intend that hit home for you. You can come back and you can watch this again if you didn't get that download. Are we lowering the frequency when we share what we perceive? Yes, we are now. Yep. This is what a big part of this talk was about. And if you didn't catch the video that I shared of JCK doing 6 minutes that I spent the time yesterday to edit down from 111 minutes, I went in and edited down 6 minutes, which is on this video. Come back and watch the replay. Because the light's already won. We don't need to be focusing on waking anybody up anymore. This is the little tricky part, okay? So I invite you to come back and watch this again if you just joined and didn't catch it from the beginning. So, yeah. So, okay. So you named your ego Wingnut. Okay, great. Yeah, just name it something you can remember. You know? But understand that it's your teacher. So you don't want to hate your ego. Your ego is just a program. It's just a survival thing based on your belief system. And your belief system's nothing more than information that got downloaded to you from other sources. So you don't want to kill the ego. You actually can't. All it is energy. You just want to notice it and make friends with it. That's it. That's key. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. Yeah, Michelle, come back and watch it again. This is probably it's a very powerful download. I intend that you find it valuable. I'm bringing my best stuff. And I'm just talking to Jeff, so I never, ever forget. And if anybody else benefits, awesome. So here's what we're going to do before we go. We're going to do a little amplification here. And here's the link to the book again. It's portal2awakening.com. Anything, if you want to reach out, if you're interested in being one of those 4 or 5 people that journeys with me, reach out. I'll get on a call with you. I'm not going to try and sell you. If you're not 100% psyched to do it, I don't want to do it because it'll just pull me down. So I don't need to sell or close anybody. If it's meant to be, it'll be. So here's what we're going to do for those that are still open. And for anybody that watches the replay, know that this still works no matter whether you're watching this the first time or on a replay. So what we're going to do is we're going to amplify our frequency. I love doing this with everybody. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give every one of our cells, which are listening in every moment to every single thought, every single word in our emotion. And we're going to thank them for unconditionally loving us in every single moment since we've been in the womb. I mean, if that's not unconditional love and that doesn't get you excited, then you better check your pulse, because we are being unconditionally loved in every single moment. And this is so key to tune into, because what does it do? It raises your frequency. It's healing. It's healing. It's more healing than any food, any drink. I'm drinking cacao right now. But I love on all my drinks, all my food, everything I put in my body. I bless it all because it's all frequency. So we're going to love on every single cell in our body. We're going to amplify it through breathing and smiling. And then we're going to send that out to everybody, not only on the planet, but beyond, because we understand that not only are we unlimited divine beings, but we are multidimensional, right? You guys on board with that? Are you on board with the fact that you are multidimensional? What does that even mean? That's a whole nother deep topic. But so let's ramp it up. I'm going to play a little bit of the flute, and then we will blast it out to everybody on the planet and beyond. And then what a wonderful, wonderful call we've had. So pumped up. I love you guys. Thank you to everybody that's contributed. If you have any questions or anything, follow the link below if you're interested in journeying together. And just thanks to everybody that shares these. I really appreciate it. 44 people on here right now still. How perfect. So here we go. I'm going to turn on a little bit of reverb. Give it a little bit of juice. All right, here we go. So focus number one. Tune into every one of those cells in your body that's loving on you. And then we're going to send it out to the planet. So here we go. Know that every one of those cells is feeling your love right now. If there's anything you want to clear, forgive, let go of, set your intention right now. Really feel it. Are you smiling as you're doing this? Are you excited? You can also see anything you're desiring is here now. It's here now in the future. Feel it. And then let's send this entire wave out to the planet. Anybody that needs assistance, anybody that's afraid right now, anybody that needs help or support, all our brothers and sisters around the planet, see them receiving this in their heart in every single cell of their body, and know that we are shifting the reality right now. I love you guys. Let me see if I can get the ball going. Okay, keep holding that frequency. See it going out to everybody. Feel it in every cell of your body. We are rocking this dream right now. Are you smiling? As you're magnetizing your reality to you? Sorry about that. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody for all your wonderful energy and support and sharing. And yeah, you guys are rocking it. Hey, Robin, I just found you. So happy. What a beautiful picture. Look at that one too. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. And share this with anybody. I mean, who couldn't use this transmission? Really? These are the tools. This is it. This is the only game in town moving forward. Okay? Be very, very consciously aware of the thoughts and the words and the frequency that we're holding. Super, super key. Okay? My heart is full. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody that shares this. The drone lights me up. Me too. I get high playing the flute. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. And I'll be back on Monday and Wednesday, if not sooner. Well, I guess, yeah, Monday and Wednesday. And yeah, just keep ramping up the frequency and share this with anyone that you feel may benefit. Send them to my page or send them to my website. Buy them the book as a gift. Um, you know, this is it. We came here for this. We are freaking rocking this dream. And if you want, go to the website and just join the mailing list. I do my best to send out only really high vibrational transmissions. I don't spam people. It takes a lot for me to put together an email because it takes time to do it. But if you want to, just go to the website, the thing will pop up when you're going to leave or whatever, and just fill out your email if you haven't already, if you're interested in that. And yeah, just thanks to everybody for sharing. And yeah, we'll catch up soon. Hey, Luis, thanks for tuning in. And I think you stayed on here the whole time. So thank you, brother. So yeah. So that's it. Have an incredible, it's 10:33 right now. How perfect. You can't make this up. Or can you? Keep making it up from excitement, and we'll catch up soon. All right. Much love to everybody.